Hi, this is Dr. Amrita, and you are listening to the Health Wealth Rich podcast. I was reading a book by Adam J. Kurtz. It's called Things Are What You Make of Them, Life Advice for Creatives. He's the author of One Page at a Time, and his books are extraordinarily colorful. But right now, I am not feeling very creative. Navratri has just started, and Durga Puja starts on Thursday, that is the Shoshti. But right now, with everything going on, traveling and the Durga Puja stuff, as I mentioned, are not on the calendar. Only the puja is happening, but no festival celebrations, at least not at our home. So the thing is, how creative do you feel when things are all falling apart? Not really, not much. That's why I thought this is a good opportunity to try inspire my own self. What better way to try and help other people too? I love an opportunity to give gyan or wisdom to unsuspecting listeners or readers from behind the laptop or the phone or the camera. So here goes. Today's post I am dedicating to all the people who want to do more with their creative life and with the festivals coming up but are stuck at home, staying safe and staying smart. I am an ENT surgeon by profession, and that's how I earn my living. But my blog sustains its own self. I prefer not to mix up the money. When I started back in 2014, I was not really sure about what makes people creative. I didn't even know whether I was creative, and I didn't even care because honestly, I was just writing because I wanted to. And it was a very nice way of sharing awareness about health, wellness, education, becoming financially free for the moms in India and the world over. It was something I felt very strongly about, and blogging gave me an opportunity to do just that. I did not know I was on the way to become a creative entrepreneur. I didn't even know I was moonlighting as a creative entrepreneur when I started earning from my blog. But that was the funny part. Sir Richard Branson says, always be connecting the dots, and I finally connected the dots. If you are using different mediums to express yourself, you are creative. If you are earning money through creative or intellectual work and you have a system, you are probably a creative entrepreneur too. So today I thought, why not share 20 life advice every creative entrepreneur should know. These are, a mix and match of things I have learned, things I have read, things I am experiencing. Feel free to give me a tweet at the rate of Mishra_Amrita if you have some more to add, and I'll call out your advice on the next podcast. You must believe in yourself. Most of the time, no one else will say they do. Don't expect your family to fall over themselves helping you share your work. It's a rare event. Be grateful if they do. Creativity is not effortless. It needs discipline and work. Don't let coffee be a crutch. It happens with me too. But make it an option. Creators create every day without fail. It may be a small doodle, it may be a small poem, but they do something creative every day. A muse stays with a disciplined writer. Having a plan is definitely not anti-creative. It in fact helps you be creative effortlessly. You don't have to be low, sad, and out of work to be a true creative. Happiness and balance works wonderfully well too. Everyone's work is unique. Find your strength and make them stronger. Find your weakness, make them stronger too. Don't stop. Keep sharing. The universe is listening. The right brain thinker has a lot to offer, and you are probably one of them if you are listening to this podcast. Science and arts both help create. Accept your creativity. All the differences that you hear about are artificial. Nature will always inspire. The free flow of creativity happens when you try a little every day. Walking at least 40 minutes every day will up-level your creative threshold wonderfully. Just try it and see. The creative artist necessitates you tap into your inner zen. When you don't have, you can't share it. So always refill your creative soul. You might need to draw more, read more, travel more, but you need to refill your creative soul. Listen to your gut. It's generally right. Your well-being is crucial for being creative. Being creative is a choice. If you really liked all these tips about creativity and creative entrepreneur that I keep talking about, you will also like the next part of my podcast. If you are a reader, you will really understand what I'm talking about when I say I'm more of a reader than a writer. At least I was till 2014. Most readers love reading. They are not really into starting to write, but most writers will also love reading. So you understand what I say? When you read, you may not necessarily want to write, but generally writers love reading too. So that I tend to read much more than I write. But some books, after being read, insist I write about them. One of those books is Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. I was putting off talking about it or writing a review simply because whatever I said or wrote about it I felt would be too little. It's really a beautiful book. I realized I was missing the forest for the trees. It's important I share why I love this book so much. Like Big Magic, this book gives you the license to accept your writing, accept your writing, accept your creativity, work on it, own it, embrace it. Whatever you do, do it. Even a year back, I wrote mostly non-fiction with a few contest entries for fiction. Then the Corona 2020 happened and the Wuhan virus pandemic caused all plans to go haywire. What is a person to do than write stories? The kind of writing which is so difficult for me that I forget my current challenges in the real world. That's fiction. Before I go on, I did write 2 fiction during the Corona 2020 lockdown. It's called the Krishna Mishra Mystery Series. The second book was just out 2 months back. It's called What Happened at Gore. You can get it on Amazon. Now, Anne Lamott's words about writing is very beautiful. So, I'm going to share 25 things writing gives you. But 22 is extra special, so listen to this. This is taken from Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott and you will love it if you're a writer. The book is divided into sections, like writing frames of mind, how to find inspiration, about getting published and more. If you haven't read the book, try to get it on Amazon. You can even get a Kindle version, I think. But if you can't buy it for any reason, I will tell you why it's such an inspiring read. Number 1, becoming a writer is becoming conscious about your own self, your life, your experience and your reason to be. If you write with insight, caring about the truth, you shine a light that glitters even in darkness. Number 2, writing gives you empathy and empowers your soul. Number 3, writing gives you the courage to be unliked for your choices. That's quite powerful. Number 4, writing gives you the ability to show vulnerability. The truth may not be popular, but it is always powerful. Writing always teaches you devotion. That's number 5. Writing gives you commitment. Writing shows your dedication to the craft. Number 8. Writing gives you a direction. Number 9. Writing is a way of finding wisdom and truth. Number 10. Writing is spiritually invigorating. Number 11. It is intellectually enlightening. Number 12, writing is most often a challenge. Number 13, writing is also a delight. Number 14, writing find a focus for life. Writers go through agony of self-doubt. This is number 15. Number 16, written words will stimulate and nourish your soul. Number 17, being a writer gives you a sense of liberation. Number 18, when you write, you become a better reader. You appreciate it more deeply. You realize how difficult it is. Number 19, writing gives intense pleasure. Number 20, writing gives you a gift of a place in the writing world. Number 21, writing takes you forward. Number 22, this is a favorite, your writing will be someone's lighthouse. Isn't that amazing? Your writing is someone's lighthouse and your guiding light. 23. Writing gives you a shot at getting inside your own head calmly and finding out the golden nuggets. Number 24. Writing helps you find that sense of isolation. That is, fight the sense of isolation. Number 25. It will deepen and widen your sense of life. Sometimes in life you do things which you never planned. I am a planner and my entire career was a result of a lot of hard work, While I love being a doctor, my writing life gives me a different kind of joy. Writing has lots of benefits, but the act itself is empowering because you find your voice. But for that to work, you have to write. As Anne Lamott says, the only way to see if writing gives you all of this is to do what you did as a kid. Shut them out and get on with finding out about life. Are you in writing? Are you a creative entrepreneur? Let me know on Twitter @Mishra_Amrita or send me a message. This is Dr. Amrita and you are listening to the Health Well Bridge podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Health Well Bridge and I am Dr. Amrita, ENT surgeon based in Kolkata. Thank you so much for listening.